The Arizona Cardinals can't keep dodging the truth any longer about Kyler Murray. He's a former first overall pick, and in the 6 seasons that he's been starting for the Cardinals, he only has one winning season. And you can only fire so many coaches until eventually you get to the point when you got to start asking yourself, is Kyler Murray a franchise quarterback? Because for as talented as what he is, and he is one of the most athletically gifted quarterbacks in the history of the NFL, he is incredibly inconsistent, and he doesn't play up to the amount of talent that he has. And everybody likes to bark at Trevor Lawrence for how he's a generational disappointment, but you never really hear that same level of criticism for Kyler Murray. And with the squad that the Arizona Cardinals are going to have going into this season, a great defense, a loaded supporting cast for Kyler Murray to work with on offense, including a possible breakout season from Marvin Harrison Jr., there are no more excuses that can be made for Kyler Murray. He has to ball out this year, because if not, the Arizona Cardinals at next offseason's begin, they're going to have to start evaluating him and maybe entertain the idea of trading him away and starting over at quarterback, because Kyler Murray is too inconsistent to be labeled a franchise quarterback. For a guy that is the 10th highest paid quarterback in the league right now, making more money than Matthew Stafford, he hasn't played up to that level of play. Jonathan Gannon has proven to be a good coach. His first 2 seasons as Arizona's head coach, they've improved record-wise every year. They went from a 4-win team in year 1 under him to going 8-9 last season. And if Kyler Murray was more consistent, they probably would have been a playoff team. And the last time we saw Kyler Murray in the playoffs, he stunk it up against the Rams. Although the Rams did go on to win the Super Bowl that season, Cliff Kingsbury was the scapegoat. And Kyler Murray has gone so far into his career being able to dip and dodge criticism when the coaching isn't necessarily failing him as much as what it's made out to be. Eventually, Kyler Murray is going to have to play like a elite quarterback, because that's what you expect out of a guy that was a former first overall pick. And they also traded away Josh Rosen to land this dude. Now, getting rid of Josh Rosen was the right decision. Let's not get that twisted. But Kyler Murray just has to be way better. He has the ceiling to be as good as what Lamar, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes are, because he has the physical abilities to be an alien quarterback. Yeah, he is a midget. He's 5'10 and 207 pounds, but he has an incredibly strong arm. He's one of the best runners of the ball at the quarterback position. The only physical apparent that Lamar Jackson has right now in terms of athleticism and talent is Kyler Murray. There's nobody else that comes to being as fast as what Lamar Jackson is outside of Kyler Murray and Jaden Daniels. Kyler Murray can be doing a lot more than what he has done his first 6 seasons in the league. Drew Pretzing, I don't think he's a good offensive coordinator, but Kyler Murray, with him being a franchise quarterback, he's supposed to make an average play caller look better than what they are. And Cliff Kingsbury has done an incredible job being the offensive coordinator for the Commanders with Jaden Daniels. And if Cliff Kingsbury was able to win some games calling plays for Jaden Daniels in the playoffs, why couldn't he do the same for Kyler Murray? You got to ask yourself, was it really Cliff Kingsbury that was the issue for Arizona? Or was it Kyler Murray not playing as well as what he could have had under Cliff Kingsbury, given the success that we've seen him have with Jaden Daniels? And he more than likely will get another opportunity as a head coach next offseason during the 2026 coaching carousel, because Jaden Daniels had the greatest, most productive rookie season that we've ever seen. So if he's getting that kind of production in that offense with Jaden, why couldn't he do the same for Kyler Murray? Kyler Murray should be an MVP candidate every season. But we haven't seen him look like that. He's so frustrating to watch because one series he can make an incredible play, and then the next series he can come out and just look like he's stuck in the mud. It just makes no sense. And I've watched Kyler Murray all throughout his career from when he won the Heisman Trophy with Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma. He was one of the most electrifying quarterbacks of the 2010s in college football. And in the NFL, we've seen glimpses and a few signs of brilliance out of Kyler Murray. I'm not trying to say that he sucks, but he may just be a bad fit for Arizona. Maybe he would be better suited if he got traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, or let's say it doesn't work out with J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings. Maybe you trade him there. Hell, maybe you trade Kyler Murray. Well, I'm not going to say you trade him to a team in the division, because if Sean McVay got his hands on Kyler Murray, oh boy. But it's just, eventually you get to the point, being the Arizona Cardinals, where you got to stop cycling through coaches, and you just have to admit that maybe our coach isn't the problem. Maybe we just need a reset at quarterback. And with how loaded next year's quarterback class is going to be, if Kyler Murray doesn't deliver this year, they could easily flip him for a first-round pick, use that to trade up for a quarterback, or draft whoever is available with that pick. But Kyler Murray is on the clock now. And if he can't get Arizona to the playoffs this season, then the Cardinals are going to have to get a divorce from Kyler Murray, because the talent is just way too much for him not to be better than what he has been. And you're paying him too much money for average to below average quarterback play at times. There aren't too many games where Kyler Murray looks elite. And when he does, it makes you believe that he can continue that level of play throughout the season, but he never is able to sustain it. You can't keep dodging the truth any longer if you're Arizona. They always say that the truth will reveal itself, and it's going to reveal itself with Kyler Murray and what his future will be with this franchise this upcoming season.